So advice. Give me advice for the young and upcoming bands that haven't put their 10 years in yet. What would you suggest to some kid who's picking up his guitar for the first time and he's watching this and he wants to know from guys who have done it before and are actually, successfully touring the country and writing songs and good songs at the same time? What would you say to Joe Blow acoustic right now?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of things. For me, it's just been hard work, kind of keeping my head down. We've all developed talents that complement the music that go along with becoming a successful band. I have a recording studio where we tracked even our early demos that got us our record deal with Atlantic. Bo is the guitar player in the band, but has done the graphics, the T-shirts, the posters, everything else. Joe and Bear included. We've all got our niche.
So you're like a one-band production house.
Almost. I mean, we didn't even intend to do it, but somehow we found ourselves doing all the things that a record label would do, but for ourselves.
You do as much for yourself as you possibly can, because that way you've only got yourself to blame if things go right or if things go wrong. Like, if you're doing as much as you possibly can in-house, just within the people that really have a stake in what's going on, then right. It's not like you're putting your hopes and dreams on somebody else. You're investing in yourself.
There's so much individualism that artists have, I mean, even that are watching this, that they understand, and no one else is going to understand that as much as them. And whenever they rely on other people to do those things, many times they're like, oh, this sounds kind of country. I'll just do that. I'll put the country thing on there, or I'll put the rock thing on there, instead of giving it the special attention that you would. So certainly there comes a point in your career where you have to relinquish some of that trust, and that's a good thing. Trust is a good thing. But
so far so good with major labels?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I think we went, our plan was never to explode onto the scene, really. I mean,
because bands that explode on the scene generally are dead when they by the time the second album comes out.
Flavor of the week.
All right, tell me about touring at this point. You've been touring, obviously 10 years you've been together. How about these bigger tours that are happening at this point? Is it monumentally different than what you were doing before?
I think starting last fall, we saw the change. We had our circuit that we played, and for probably 7 or 8 years, we were watching the crowd just grow a little more, talking to each person that came and begging them to come back the next time. But all of a sudden, something happened. It's like somehow there had been enough time passed or something. I've heard a statistic recently that for every one person that buys your record, 5 people steal it or get it somehow, given it by a friend, something like that. And the shows were sold out, almost every one of them.
So there wasn't a visible switch that happened? Or it wasn't like a moment where a song got used in a Volkswagen commercial? Was there a little?
I mean, we've never had one of those. We've never had like a huge radio song or a big time commercial or anything like that.
Or a quote from somebody in a magazine, like some.
It's been a lot of little things, and I think a lot of determination.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it took definitely, because from where we were coming from in South Carolina, there's not a huge music scene coming out of there. So it was a situation where you pretty much had to make your own buzz. Like, you had to create the awareness of your band just by getting out there and touring absolutely as much as you possibly can. We would take shows anywhere and everywhere. Whoever would let you play in front of people, you go there and you play in front of people.
He was talking about the circuit. What was the circuit? Yeah. What was the circuit 7 years ago?
It started, the Southeast, like Atlanta, Winston-Salem, Birmingham, Charlotte, Charleston, Greenville.
And at the time you were based out of?
We were based out of South Carolina, like around Greenville, South Carolina. And so we basically looked at a map and looked at about a 5-6 hour drive radius. And we're like, we've got to play every place within this radius. And then, you know, you catch some breaks. We made some friends and some other bands, and they took us out. Like, we did our first tour out in the Midwest. And so you go out and you make fans out there, and then at that point you can come back out there and do your own shows. And it's just kind of years and years upon, you know, our circle just gradually getting a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. You get more fans in different places. But then at the same time, you'll have the little explosions where once we started getting radio play, like we went to Seattle. The first show we ever played in Seattle, it was sold out, just from the strength of having a song on the radio and having the radio station promoting the show that we're doing. Right. So it's, you know, you start out just completely word of mouth, and then it becomes, you know, internet and word of mouth, and then internet, word of mouth, and radio, and then you add TV into it. So there's so many ways that your music can actually get out to people these days. It definitely helps.
So what's the hot pockets for you guys right now? What cities are where you kind of go in there and you're like, wow, this is like really way bigger than we've ever thought it was going to get?
Minneapolis has been huge like that. Birmingham, Greenville, South Carolina is a huge market for us. Atlanta's starting to be really good.
Was Birmingham because of RAS? The radio station that was there, was that big because of?
A little bit. Birmingham was more just because we played it so much. We had a few buddies of ours that were in bands in Birmingham and kind of gave us some opening shots down there. And we played Birmingham. It's one of the cities we've played the most. Like, just we've played a lot of shows at this venue called Workplay Theater in Birmingham, and it's not an easy town to crack as far as, you know, getting a lot of people out to shows. But once you do, like, once you're known in Birmingham, there's always going to be people out to see your band in Birmingham. So
there's probably not much else to do in Birmingham, so go see an amazing band play.
Exactly.
Which makes total sense.